maybe we.
Got mail. You have got mail. Got
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
mail.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Queen Latifat, you're welcome.
You've got mail.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ọ̀gá àwọn èèyàn wa àṣà máa ń léra mú káàkiri báyìí.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ẹ káàárọ̀ sir.
Àbí ká ṣe máa léra mú káàkiri báyìí, àkójúmọ́ o.
Ẹ má bínú, máa wọlé ju ẹgbẹ́ ṣe.
Okay.
Ọ̀la ìṣọ̀ ẹ má bínú.
Okay.
Ọ̀la ọ̀ṣà. Ṣé nǹkan?
Got mail.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, no. Good morning, no. Yeah, very good class training. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, yo. I quit, yo.
Only feel another man.
Kò ṣeé ṣe sílé nìkan tí mò ń sọ. Ní kéèyàn lálejò kéèyàn ṣe pé kéèyàn mú fún owó nù.
Ẹ lè fi sínú bọ̀ ẹ máa ní fridge.
Àwọn náà ṣé tí wọ́n ń lọ tó pọ̀. Ara tàbí nù.
Tiger nut.
Yóò là ń pè táyà nù. Méjì ni wàá lọ́pọ̀. Tó bá wẹ̀ o lè fàgbọ́n sí ọtí méjì rẹ̀. Bá ti lò bá ti fún un. Àwa kò fọ́ ọmọ mi lò. Àrùn ṣúgà táyà nù.
Lápá ní blender.
Ẹ̀rọ pé mi ní ìyá ṣe tọ́ iṣẹ́ ara díẹ̀ 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 ṣe.
That decides everything. When the tomato paste fries well, steamed
Èyíkà
mashed
fún ara ṣe ṣe káàkiri ọ̀rẹ́ tó 2000 tí ó bá ti rẹ̀.
everything else in the pot. I see it's all coming together. New Tasty Tom fries well, blends well, shines in
Má tó wà
the
níbi tí ó ní ẹni ṣe o.
You shine so bright.
when you choose only any single Vita, you eat McDeeds. Only pennies that Vita because it is made for you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. You're welcome. So let's give others two more minutes. So in the next 2 minutes, we are going to start the class. The next 2 minutes, when it's exactly 10:10, we start the class. So it's exactly 10:10, we'll start the class. All right, so for those who are here, good morning and happy holiday. I wish every one of us well. So I think it's 10:09. They have 1 more minute to join. Once is 10:10. I'm coming live. I'm going to share my screen so that we can start the training for today. How many of us now? We are 4. Assuming myself 4. If I add myself, it will be 5. So let's see. 1 more minute. Okay, I think it's 10:10. I'm sharing my screen now. I'm sharing my screen now.
Ocean of Soja and saying, who go and was looking for information to get them every single thing. But if I need list already, but we follow listing. While you're I just find. Mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ má tún gba bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ torí kó fẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn ṣe níbẹ̀.
All right. Along with him, Jimmy Sura along with him. Well, along with TV, have you along with him?
Yeah, sir.
Anyway, it's fine. So let's start. The class has already started. When it starts now, so let me start my recording. Okay, so good morning once again, and happy holiday to everyone. May God continue to shower His blessing on our noble prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the entire prophet, and the generality of mankind. Anyway, we are here today. We have no time to check time, so let's go into business straight away. So last week, okay, yes, I will say, okay, this week, no, on a Sunday, I mean. We continue from where we stopped the other time. So I think the last time we met on Sunday, which was on Sunday, we did so many things on Sunday where we talked about, we let us know that Power Query is is a cleaning tool, just like we have in Excel that we normally clean in Excel. But basically, Power Query is a cleaning tool which you can use to do or to clean your data before loading the data into Power BI. So Power Query Editor. So we did a lot of things last week. I showed us the difference between transform and add column, where I told you that under transform, anything that you do under transform, just like the name suggests, is it will transform the column you selected. It will transform the column you selected. So it will transform the column you selected. Why under add column, it's going to add another column to it. It will add additional column to the table. So therefore, that is the major difference between transform and add column. Basically, what you can do under transform, you can also do them under add column. But the only difference is that one will change the state of the original data. Why? The other one, which is add column, we add a new column to it and perform the operation you ask it to perform. Given a certain parameter you ask it to perform, it's going to do that on a new column. That is the difference between add column and transform. So somebody has a question that day that this valid error empty did not show on our own. So I showed you where to enable it by clicking on view and click on column quality. If you click on column quality, you are going to see all this. If I uncheck it now, it will go off. If I click on it, it will come back. So you can click on any of these things you see here to see how they work. Okay, so from there, we brought in other table. I showed you how to, under transform, how to use the first row as header. And I showed us as this transpose. You know what transpose means in Excel? We are changing from column to row. It's the same thing that we are talking about that transpose also means here. You can do count row, you can do reverse row. So this is fill, flash fill, just like we have flash fill in Excel. This is the flash fill here. I show you how to use replace value. I replace some value that day, which under this total other number, I replace the value, this S, I change this S to HGC. So I don't want to go too much into the past so that we can cover as much as possible we have today. So the video is there already. So you can go there and watch. You perform different operations last week. You can do under statistics. I showed us under statistics that we can do summation. Summation, I do example of the annual income, in which I do summation of the annual income. And we can see that one under customers table, where we have the annual income of customers. So last week I changed all this married, single. I use conditional colon. I use conditional colon to do this, and I also use what to gender. I also use replace value for gender. So we have seen how split colon 2 works in Power BI. So last week I showed us under annual income. So I mean, any column you click on, what you can perform is going to display. It's going to become active on these bars, on these tabs that you have at the top. So if I click on, I'm clicking on annual income now. These are the things that I can do on it. I can change the data type, I can rename, I can do anything like this that you see here. So, and I'm not sure that we want to see the total value of the sum of this annual income. Just come to statistics where you have number. Under number column here, come to there, you click on statistics, you click on sum. That one will display the total of the annual income for you. So that is it. So, and I showed us how to, I told you that Ctrl Z, there's no Ctrl Z in Power Query. What you can do is just to come here, any step you have taken, if you want to go back to his original state before, you just come to your right hand side here under apply steps, come to and click on this cancel sign, and it will take you back to where we are coming from to restore the data back to its original position. I told us last week that Power BI does not save information on its it, but you normally connect to it. That if eventually, peradventure, that you change the location of your data. For example, if you have your data on your desktop before and it has been changed, you now move it to your desktop. You need to come to under Home tab, come to data source setting, and from there you can reconnect where you have your data. Okay, so last week we loaded what we have worked on here, and I showed you how to do append query and match query. I showed you how to do how to match columns, so how to match tables to match. We have brought in the quantity, the price of the product, which is sitting on the product table. I bring it into sales in order to have it together, in order for us to do our calculations there, because there's no way you are going to get your total sales without having price in your table. So we use match column to do to bring it together, to bring the table of the product table into the sales table. And I expanded it and show us how to now pick those ones that we need, the column that we need. So these are some of what we did last week. So from last week, we now come after we have worked there. You do your normal saving. How do you save? It's normal way of saving. Come to your Home tab. You come to your Home tab, or if you have not saved before, you can do Ctrl S, it will save. Or come to your Home tab, and come to your Home tab. That we do that one under Power BI, in Power BI. You save in Power BI. Understand? You save in Power BI. So after you have finished cleaning your data, what do you do? I also show us how to remove row, keep row, remove column, choose column, remove column, and stuff like that too. Last week, on Sunday. So when you are done working here, you now do to close and apply, or apply. If you want to do apply, it means that this Power Query editor will not close. It will just apply what you have done to your Power BI. So let's now go to our Power BI now. I hope you have all launched our Power BI. You have launched it. So assuming you are on Power BI now and you want to go back to your Power Query editor, we come to where? You come to your transform data, come under transform data and click on transform data. It will take you back to, let me click on it. It will take you back to Power Query editor. So that is how to go back to your Power Query editor. So here, last week too, I've been on Sunday rather. Anyhow, so I also show us something like what we can do under, I said we should come to our table view. You know, we are on Power BI now, and we have the report view, we have the table view, we have model view, DAX query view, CDML view. So I now say we should come to our table view. You know, this is where we stopped last week. So when we come to our table view, and I said select your territory. Select territory. So we select the territory. So once we select the territory, the columns on the territory will display the table. The territory table will display like this. The territory table will display like this. So now, what do you want to do when territory table display like this? I said I wanted to show us how to format. So talking about formatting in Power BI. So you use your table. You come to your table and you see all the tables that you have loaded into your Power BI. You see them by the right side here under data. See them by the right side here under data. So you see everything here. So and I said we should click on this territory table. Click on territory table. So what do? I said under region, you click on this region column. Click on region column. You see all these things did not appear before. So and I said come to data category. I said we should come to data category. After coming to data category, what did I say you should pick? We should pick, open the drop down. Let me put this in at the top. Open the drop down under data category there. See the sub-image. Let me move it to the top. So I now said you should open it, the drop down, the filter button, and select county. When you select county last week, it's the region. You see a globe sign. It is globe sign. This globe sign beside the region. You see there. You see last week. It pops up. That was where we were last week. So why is it coming to Power Query? Okay. So you see the globe sign under region. I said we should do the same thing for country. But when you click on the drop down beside country, what do you choose? Okay, that you click on country. Click on country colon and come to data category. I said you should click on what to country slash region. Country slash region. So we did that last week. I said for continent, click on continent to come to data category and select continent. Continent is continent. So now before we proceed, that was where we stopped last week. So on all those areas that we did something for, we see a continent, a globe sign beside them. So before you proceed, before you click on country, you should need to ensure that all the listed items under the country, they are all countries. Are we together? They are all country. If what you see there they are not country, what will you select? Select county. Select county, just like we see under region here. No, these are regions. These are regions. But when we now come to when I click in the region column, and I come to data category here, I did not see anything like region. Is any region? Okay, country region. We have countries slash region. But it's best to use what? To use county. It's best to use what? To use county. So it represents almost everything that cannot be specifically categorized. That cannot be specifically categorized. So county, we do that for you. But specifically, we say country, you choose country or region. So and continent for continent. So I think that was where we stopped last week. That was where we stopped last week. So I hope we have been able somehow, if we are able to do what to practicalize what they did last week. I know it's not easy because of time. You all go to work. We did the class on Sunday, and yesterday, Monday, and today, Tuesday, we have another class. So, but no problem. We close as much as we close as much as possible so I can have time to do what to go through what you have learned. So, but nevertheless, what we're doing at all, we're doing well. You need to find time to practice. So, okay, so let's continue. So now let's now go back to our report page. This is our report page. This is our report page. What do I want to show us? Where are we starting from this morning? So, you know, we have created, I want to show you how to create hierarchy. Hierarchy. We are all working in a different organization. We have different hierarchy in the organization. People at the top management level, we have the middle level, we have the junior cadre category and stuff like that. So when you say hierarchy, that is from top to left to from top to down. So the categories. So in the continent too, in the world, we have hierarchy. We have hierarchy. So the word hierarchy is what? Is continent. Continent, after continent, what we see next? We see countries. We see countries. After countries, or let me say we can divide the continent into region. So you can divide it into region before we now start to break down into countries. Also, countries too, we have region in the country. The Southwest, for example, Nigeria, Southwest, we have Southwest, we have Southwest region, we have North-South region, North-Central region, South-South region, and stuff like that. So, meaning that the hierarchy of the world is continent, countries, region, state, after state, local government, and so on and so forth, before you now come to your own room. Because if you drag it down, if you dip it down, you still come to your own room too. Anyway, so what about the hierarchy for calendar? The hierarchy for calendar is what? Quarter, month, weeks, days. Days will now come to what? Hour. Hour will come to minutes. Minutes will come to seconds. So that is what we call hierarchy. Now, in this continent now, in this territory, are we on? I mean, is our Power BI? Have you all launched our Power BI? If you have launched yours too, you're on the same page with me, go to your comment section and type yes, please. Let me know so that we can be on the same page. You can be practicalizing. If I ask you to practice, you'll be able to practice what I'm doing. Be able to practice what I'm doing. Be able to practice what I'm doing. Thierry, Babele, àbí Bọ̀bọ́ẹ̀lẹ̀, Thierry. Shinene, Shinene, láti jọ́ mẹ́ta. Alaja no, Alaja. Hope they're all fine, Sha. Hope they're all fine. So if you have opened your Power BI, so go to the message and type yes. Go to message and type yes. Are we all there? Okay. I've seen one message. Let me look at what we have in the message. Okay. I can see one. I can see one, yes. I need more. I need more. I need more, yes. Okay. I think I have 2 years now. So, okay, probably maybe others are, even if you are following on your phone, I know probably you have a laptop and you are using your phone to follow. It's fine. That is the best way to even do it yourself. That is the best way to do it. Okay. Latifat, are you have not been able to launch it? Okay, so let me continue.
I've launched this, sir.
Okay, fine. I hope you can see my screen, right? Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's continue then.
But it's not bringing build virtual with your data. My own is bringing add data to your reports.
Of course, that is it. That is it.
Okay.
Okay, so of course it's because I've been working on it before now. That's why we have been working on it since last week. That's why you are seeing this. This is the canvas. So and besides, you have not bring in any data. Have you bring in any data? All these tables, these tables under the data. Do you have them your own?
No.
So it's because you are just launching it. It's because you are just launching it. That's why you are unable to do what to have this. So how do you do that? How do you do that? Very quickly. Add table to your add report to your data. What do you say? You can close it. If you close it, have a plane. If you close it, you see something like this. This build visuals with your data. If you close, there's a place you can close that particular page. We look towards your right. You see where you can close that. It's not the entire Power BI. There's a place you can close that interface, asking you to add power to your. I just want you to see this plain area, just like on my screen. So when you are done with that, what you need to do is just to do what? Get data. Click on get data, come to this get data here under home tab. You need to click on your home tab and click on get data. And you click on get data, it's going to do what? Display all this thing to you. You see all this. So click on what? Text/CSV. Text/CSV. From there, it will now take you to, let me click on it. Let me click on text/CSV. This is what's going to display for you. Are you following? This is what it's going to display. Other people that have not been able to do that, I'm doing that again now. So let me close it. Let me cancel it. We're on this page. Come to your home tab. Under the home tab, you see get data. Or even where you are. Even where you are. If you click on, there's a get data on that interface. Even if you not close that interface that is saying add report to your page, there's where you can see that under you see get data. If you click on that get data, it will display this for you. Just scroll to where you have text/CSV. If you click on text/CSV, so it will display this. If you are not saying this, because I'm working on it, that's why I'm able to see all this now. So you know where you put that folder that I sent to you. Did you put it on your desktop? Did you put it on, is it on download that you save it? Is it on document that you save it? Go to where you save that particular folder that I sent to you. Go to where you save that particular folder that I sent to you. Click the location of the folder and look for that folder. Click where you save that folder, where you put that folder. After, when you are there, click on that folder. It will display everything here for you. What you are seeing here is to display them for you. So what you just need to do is just click on one and come and click on open. So after that, it will, okay, let me just do one example. Return. I will not finish everything because we have done it before. Return. I click on open. So meaning that this one now, I am doing this on, okay, now, this is what you are going to see. When I click on open like that, this is what you are going to see. So when you see something like this, you have two options. We have three options here. Load. If you click on load, it will load it directly to your Power BI. It will load it directly to Power BI. But if you click on transform, it will first of all take you to where? To Power Query. First of all, take it to Power Query. That is where Power Query Editor. That's where we did our formatting. That was where we did our formatting, our cleaning. I'll call it cleaning, data cleaning. That's how we do our data cleaning. After, when you are done with that, everything, you follow the same step to bring everything to where? To your Power Query. Just like the way I did that this pops up. You do the same for all the files you have in that folder, including the sales files. So open that sales folder and import and bring in and connect to all the files there. So click on transform and go back again. Do get data under Power BI, under Power Query too. You have get data under Power Query. This is a Power Query. So you see what new source is new source. You are going to see there, not get data. Is new source. So when you click on new source, it will open all these things for you. Click on what text class CSV, and it will take you to that location of the folder. So click and select each of them and bring them here. When you are done bringing everything in, come to close and apply here. Close and apply, and click on what to apply. Once you click on apply, it will load and take you to what Power BI. So that is how you are going to bring in your data. Okay, so I'm talking about hierarchy. I'll be talking about hierarchy. For those of us that we are on the same page, and those that are not there, just watch and definitely you will get it. There's nothing difficult. There's no big deal there. You get it. There's no big deal there. You get it. So once you come to now, we are on this report page. No, before we did our region, continent, and stuff under this data, under this table view. I said, now come back to your report view. Under the report view, come to your territory. Come to territory, this territory table under data at your right-hand side. You can see my cursor. Click on this filter button under, or this arrow, this sign here, beside it, beside the territory table. Click on it. It will expand. I mean, it should expand. It will expand everything that is the properties, the columns and the territory tables. We're going to see all the columns in the territory tables. We're going to see all the columns in the territory table. So what do I want to do here? I want to do what? Hierarchy. I said we want to create hierarchy. So how do we now do it? Come to the front of that territory. You see 3 dots. That territory here, that the territories, you see 3 dots there in front of the territories. So once you are on that, is more option. That 3 columns is what? Is more options. What you have there is more options. So click on it, on these 3 dots. You see more options. So when you click on it, what do you see? You see these tables. You see these tables. You now see on your own, you see what? Create hierarchy. Me, I've already created the hierarchy. That's why it's not showing me create hierarchy now. So me, I've already created the hierarchy. That's why it's not showing me that create hierarchy. So, you know, on your own, you are going to see create hierarchy here. Part of this display tools. All this display, you're going to see what? Create hierarchy. Are we together? You're going to see what? Create hierarchy. Or let me even, probably maybe I should delete this one that I've created. Let me see. Okay, delete from model. Let me delete it. Okay. Now I've deleted this, the hierarchy I created. I've deleted it. I've deleted it. Let's now create it together. So I said, come to the front of this continent. Come to the front of this continent. Click on more options, more options. So this is the create hierarchy that I'm talking about. This is the create hierarchy. Now watch what is going to happen. Before I go there, look at, all these things follows each other. Continent, country, region. Continent, country, region. Now, I said, come to the front of it and click on more options. And now click on create hierarchy. See what's going to happen now. Still working on it. So what happens? It has created the hierarchy that I'm asking it to create. The other continent, what follows before was what? Country and region. Country, region. But now we see something called what? Continent hierarchy. So something called continent hierarchy. So continent hierarchy now, that's the hierarchy that I've created. How did I do that? I come to the front of what? Of continent, I click on more option and I click on what? Create hierarchy. That's all. and it created this hierarchy for me. Okay, next thing for us to do now is, now create your own hierarchy. If you're on the same page with me, yeah, create your own, please. Create your own hierarchy. If you are done creating your hierarchy, let me know. Are you doing it? Are we doing it? Okay. I want this class to be interactive as much as possible. I want this class to be interactive as much as possible, please.
I don't know how you got here.
Don't know I got here. Have you loaded all the tables? Hello, brother.
Hello, sir.
Morning, sir. Kí ló dé? Àárín.
Èdè mo ní ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ lẹ́nu rìn.
Okay.
Ọkọ̀ tó jẹ́ kí n join nìyẹn.
Okay.
Ní side hustle kan tó máa ń ṣe fáwọn lọ́wọ́ kan fẹ̀rọ̀ so èyí ló ní mo fi sí. So
Okay.
mo ní lọ attend sílé ìyẹn má fi kó sọ.
No problem. Alájà náà, alájà náà. Kí ẹjọ́ lọ ni.
Àlájà lọ polówó ọjà díẹ̀ ni o.
All right, no bother.
Ọ̀gá mi, ṣé kan sà?
All right. Okay, so you said you don't know how we got here. How? I don't understand. Did you do all this? Have you loaded all the tables? You see, you don't need to look as if you don't need to look at this thing as difficult. It's not difficult as you are looking at it. It's not difficult as you are looking at it. Probably as you're just looking at it is difficult and stuff like that. And besides, the person that even asked the question said, "There's no more here. It's no more." I think maybe network has trailed out. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Even the person that said she doesn't know how we get here, she's no more here. I can't see her on the participant list. Okay, so let's continue. Well, I hope you are all following, Sha. That is my joy for you to understand. Okay, so I said we have created a country hierarchy here. Now, how do we want to add the countries and region to the hierarchy that we created? We want to add countries and region to the hierarchy that we created. How do we add country and region to this hierarchy that we created? We do that by doing what? When I place my cursor in front of country, when I place my cursor in front of country, you can see more options too. You have more options as well. If I click on that more options, it will open, and I can see here, add to hierarchy. When I click on more options, we have this, and I come to what? To add to hierarchy. Add to hierarchy. Which hierarchy do I want to add it to? I want to add it to what? To continent hierarchy. I want to add it to what? To continent hierarchy. I click on what? To continent hierarchy. So it will add it to what? To continent hierarchy. It will add it to continent hierarchy. That's added it to continent hierarchy. So I want to do the same thing for region 2. I want to do it for region 2. So I come to in front of region, I click on more options, and I do what? Add to hierarchy. Add to hierarchy, continent hierarchy. I click on continent hierarchy. that is working on it, It has been added to continent hierarchy now. Okay, working on it. It has been added to continent hierarchy. So now, how did I know that the country and region has been added to this country to continent hierarchy? How do we know? Now click on anything that has a property inside it. Any of the table that has some columns inside it, you will see this particular filter button beside them. You will see the filter button beside them. Anything that has something inside of it, you will see the filter button beside them. So now you can see the filter before. This filter button is not beside continent hierarchy. You don't have anything beside it. But now that I've added country and region to it, we have this filter button now in this way. We have it now. So meaning that something has been included in that table. If I click on this, we see those things that have just added to it. We have continent, we have country, we have region. Region, country, so we have it. Country. So this is a country on its own. Then we're standing before we have country before and region before. But inside this continent hierarchy, we have continent, we have country, we have region. So you can see that is how to do that is how to add hierarchy to add other things to hierarchy. So now, what is the essence of this now? Let's now see what is going to happen. Under territory, now let me just select this continent hierarchy. Let me just select it. Let me check it. Let me check the box beside the continent hierarchy to now see what is going to display. Just look at this table, just look at this visual page. I check the continent, I check the box beside it. So you can see now, you can see what it displays. I'm on the internet. It may not work on your own because I'm not on the internet, probably. But if you're on the internet.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma.
Sorry to draw you back. Please, can you just go back a little, please?
Okay.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Do you understand how I created the hierarchy?
Yes, I'm following.
Okay. Now, I said, how do we now add continent? You know, I said what we call hierarchy is I've explained what we call hierarchy from top to down. I mean, when you say hierarchy of the continent is what is continent of the world. Hierarchy of the world is what is continent. After continent, what we have country, we have region, and none like that. And the hierarchy for state, hierarchy for month is what for year. Let me say hierarchy for year is what month. After month, quarter. After quarter, days or weeks. Let me say weeks. Yes, after quarter, weeks. Even it's not even after quarter. After quarter, we have months. After months, we have weeks. After weeks, we have days. After days, we have minutes. Hours, on and on like that. So I've created hierarchy for country. Let me delete everything again. Let me delete it. Let me delete the hierarchy. I want to delete the hierarchy. I want to do it again. I right click. How did I delete? I right click on it. I right click on it and I said delete from model. Delete from model. We asked me that one to delete. I want to show you it. I want to show you again. That's what I'm doing that too. So continent now, I've deleted it. So how did I create hierarchy for continents? I said come to in front of continent this way. Come to the front of continent. Let me delete this one that pops up. We have this. So come to the front of continent. Come to front of continent, you see more options. See more options. I click on more options. What do you see? I come to where it says, well, create hierarchy. Create hierarchy. I click on create hierarchy. Create hierarchy like this. It's working on it. The hierarchy has been created. You can see now continent hierarchy. Continent hierarchy. And I said that I want to add country and region to the continent hierarchy that I created. I want to add continent, I want to add country and region to the continent hierarchy that I created. How did I do that? How will I do that? I'll come to country. In front of country, I have more options. This 3 dots is more options. I click on more options and I click on what to add. I put my cursor on add to hierarchy. Beside it, you will see country hierarchy. This is the hierarchy that I want to add it to. I want to add the country to what to continent hierarchy. I click on this. Immediately you place your cursor on what to add to country, add to hierarchy. You see this one comes up. So I click on what continent hierarchy. That is where I wanted to add it to. So I've added country to hierarchy. So for region, I do the same thing. More options, and I click on what to add to hierarchy. I click on what to continent hierarchy. So meaning that if I have other hierarchy that I've created, I can decide which of the hierarchy I want to add that particular country or that particular item to. So it's only the continent hierarchy that I've created. That's why I'm adding country and region to continent hierarchy. Are we together? Do you understand now? Do you understand now? And for you now to see what you have added to it, I say click the filter button in front of the continent hierarchy. And before, if you look at it very well, there's nothing like this filter button there before. When I first of all created the hierarchy, continent hierarchy. So if you click on this drop down, you see all the things that I've added to it: this continent, this country, and this region. So these are the 3 things that I've done what to have added, the hierarchy that I've added to it. So meaning that though you can still choose, we still have country and region under it. You still have country and region under it. But for me to be creating the hierarchy, it means if I just want to see the continents, in the continent we have countries, we have all other regions too in the continent. So once I check this continent hierarchy, we see it display here. So, but before I go there, I do that now. Do you understand now, please? Do you understand? Let me take it from there. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now let's see what you have done. Let's see what you have done. I said I don't pick any visuals here. I've not picked any visuals here. I just want to connect. I just want to check the box beside this continent hierarchy that I've created. This continent hierarchy. I want to check this box beside it. Now watch what is going to display here. Watch what is going to display here. Let's see. I check the box beside continent hierarchy. I check it. I click on it. So see what happens here. See what happens. Let me expand it so that you're able to see it. See what happens there. So you can see. So we have this. We have North America, we have Europe, we have Africa, we have South Africa. Let me even do that more. So look at it. So Africa now is giving me all the countries in Africa. So the more I expand, I can see. So we have Brazil, we have United States, Canada, and stuff like that. Mexico, Gulf of Mexico. You see now, we all see this as a result of this hierarchy that we created. Because we have under the continent, this is the continent itself, everything here, continent. So in the continent, this is Africa. This is Africa here. This is US here. So US and Canada. So we have it here. So that is the essence of creating that hierarchy. So you will see everything at a glance. So anything at a glance. So any sales that is made in each of this country, we see the value, what the sales that we make in each of the country. Do you understand now? Hope you all understand. So that is how to create hierarchy. That is the hierarchy I'm talking about. Okay. Now we are able to do what? To bring in all the tables into our Power Query and by extension into our Power BI. So what next? The other thing I want to show you now is this. So there's something we call let me go back to my Power Query, my Power Query editor. I come here, I can follow this route by coming to what? Transform here under the Home tab. I come to transform at this. If I want to go back to Power Query, I come to transform and I click on transform data. I come to transform data, I click on it, it will pops up this, and I click on transform data, it will take me back to my Power Query. It will take me to Power Query. It's taking me back to Power Query. Now, these are conditional columns. These are things that we can also do under what to. I want to show you something here again. So, I hope by now we are able to bring in all our tables. Those that are flowing with me, I will be able to bring in all our tables. You know, I've loaded all the tables here, and also to bring all our tables. Now, let's now see something on customer table. Customer table. I click on my customer tables, on my customers. So let me show you something under annual income. I want to teach you something there. Now, under annual income, what I want to do here is how to use this conditional column. How to use colon, this conditional column. Now, if we look under add colon, we are in Power Query Editor now. I click on add colon. And under add colon, we see column from example. I know I talked about this column from example on Sunday. We have column from example, we have custom column, we have invoke custom function, we have conditional column. This is what I want to talk about now. This conditional column. Conditional column. Now, let's say, looking at the annual income of our customers. Looking at the annual income of our customers. See, for example, in Excel, is the similitude of this that I want to show you is what we did in Excel, where we talk about nested if. Talk about nested if. What is the nested if that we talk about? We said if certain customers, if certain staff are collecting between certain salary range, you should give them bonus. That is to say, if your salary is between the range of, let me say, 0 to 70,000, we give you bonus. If you are within 71,000, or if your salary is less than 70,000, we give you bonus, 10% bonus. If your salary is greater than 70,000, but less than 80,000, we give you, okay, your salary is between 70,000 and 80,000, give you 15% bonus. If this is this, if this is that, that's what we call nested if. That's what we did under in Excel. But now, on Power BI or Power Query, we can also do the same function here too. So look at this. We say annual income of our customers. We can decide to change what to. If your annual income is less than 70,000, we not give you, we give you no card. Let's say we want to allot cards to them. We say no cards. If your salary, annual income is between what is less than 90,000, we give you silver card. But if your salary is greater than 90,000, we give you what? Gold card. Just the same thing, the same way. If we send our students, I mean our staff, if your salary is less than 70,000, no bonus. If your salary is less than 90,000, we give you silver, or we give you 10% bonus. If your salary is greater than 90,000, we give you what to 20% bonus. That is the same thing that we want to do here. And how do we do that? We use what we call conditional column. We use this conditional column. So what do we do? Click on what? We may not even click on the annual income column. So once we are on this table where you want to perform that operation, just come to what? Conditional column. I click on conditional column. under add colon though. Click on conditional colon. So what do you want to name? It will display this to you. Add conditional colon. Look at it. Add a conditional colon that is computed from the other colons or values. Add a conditional colon that is computed from the other colons or values. So it said new colon name. New colon name. Let me call it what? Customer card. Customer card. Customer's card. Okay, that is the name I want to give to it. You can give it to, you can give any name you like. Now look at it under it. It said if, no, we said condition. And if is a condition, I want to give it a condition. I said if. It said if, yeah, if colon name, which colon? The colon that I want to use. I click on this filter button here. It shows all the colon name, all the colons on that table, on the customer's table. I said annual income. Now see, if annual income operator equals, I say less. Open the filter button. I say is what? Is less than. You now say if annual income is less than what? 70,000. Value 70,000. I said no card. Output. Then what should happen? No card. No card. Okay. Now, I'm not done. I come to what? To add clause. Add clause. Is that if again? If annual income, which you can use for your what? For your, you see, you know the essence of this thing that we are learning is going to help us a lot. It might be looking somehow to us now. What is this? Does it make sense? But you know it's making a lot of sense. Most especially those of us that we are in the accounts department or any finance that we handle finances. Because when it comes to the end of the year, you want to prepare a bonus for your staff. Instead of you doing a lot of work, a lot of paperwork that even at the end of the day, there'll be some errors in that. What you just need to do, get a list of the staff. You have the list already. Anyway, you have this list of the staff and their salary structure. You have everything already. Just load that file into what? Into Power BI or Power Query like this. And just do this conditional colon that we are doing now. Just add a conditional colon to it. And they tell you that, okay, if you have spent 5 years, for example, it may not be just this, or it may not be the criteria of what he said of salary less than income. No, we have different criteria. I would say if you have spent 5 years in the operation, though, or you are on grade level, something, all those information will have been on your table. If you are on grade level, you are going to collect this particular 10% is your own. If you are on level, this is this, this is this, this is that. You just come here. Under 10 minutes, your report is ready. No matter how big that data is, the report is ready. So that is the essence. Now, I said if the second one operator is what? If annual income is less than, I said we also use less than 90,000, less than 90,000. 90,000, we give you silver card. Silver card. Silver card. Add colon. If I still want to do another thing, I will still click on this add colon. But if the next operation is what to, I want to end it there. You see else. So else means that if we have anything that is what to more than 90,000, what should happen? We give them what? Gold card. Meaning that anybody that is earning above 90,000, you should collect gold card. So do you understand? So just click on once you are through, click on OK. Click on OK. Click on OK like this. So look at the conditional colon. Look at the new colon that I've given to it. Look at the new colon that I've just added. Look at the new colon that I've just added. So this is the customer card that I've just created now. Are we together? Do we get it? Do we get it? So, oh yeah, do your own. I give you 2 minutes, please. You to try to do your own. Do your own. Or if you have any question, you can ask me now. Ask me. Others are doing their own too.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I'm with you.
I'm just coming in now. Am I going to get the record for this, sir? I've missed.
You know now. You know they'll be
All right.
recording now.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. I just want to confirm, sir.
No problem. It's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. Credit is guaranteed. No wala. Oluwayemi said that she has left. I don't know. I don't know why. I think you went for a business, Abi.
Network has been throwing us out since.
Is the network from your own side though, not from here?
Okay, sir.
It's a network, not here. Because others have been on the platform. They have not exited. So it's network from your side. So those of us that are able to do that, so try it. We have one more minute. What's up now? Kilo chele. Well, you should have seen me there now. You've seen what I'm doing now. Anyway, so let me continue. We are done. Type done. Don't let me feel as if I'm doing magical. I'm not doing magical. Shooting your magic me. What's the magic in there? Anyway, come here in class. I know you understand. Okay, that is how to do conditional colon. Or do you want me to repeat it so that you're able to see it again? Do you want me to do it again? If you want me to do it again, say yes. Send message yes. Or mute and say yes. Okay, nobody say yes, so it means we all understand.
Okay.
So let me continue. Now,
I send message, sir. I send message.
I not message you. There's nothing in the chat box here.
Just send message now. Maybe network. I said maybe you should repeat it, sir. Let's have a look.
Okay, no problem. Let me do it again. Okay. There's element. Okay. Your message just entered now. Let me know it. Okay. All right, let me do it again so that you're able to see what I'm talking about. I said, let me remove that step. I told you how to remove a step. There's nothing like Ctrl Z, which is undo. There's nothing like Ctrl Z on a Power Query Editor. What you need to do is to come to the left, to the right here, and click on the cancel sign that you have beside the last step that you took, or any step that you want to remove. You can see as I'm pointing my cursor to each of these steps under the apply step. As I'm pointing my cursor there, the cross sign, the cancel sign is displaying it. So this is the last one I did. I click on it, I close it. So I said, on this customers table, we have annual income colon. You can do anything though. It may not be under annual income. it can be what? Homeowners. You can say homeowners. You want to decide to do what? To anybody that has home, you want to give them, which is yes. Anybody under home, you click it. So if your column now be what? If your information there is yes, do this for them. You can say buy them share. If no, buy them what to? What can it buy for those people that don't have home? Okay, anything you may decide. So you can do anything, literally anything you want to do. But I want to use that annual income as an example. I said, come to your Power Query editor, come to add column tab. Under the add column type, or under the add column tab, click on what? Conditional column. Conditional column. Conditional column. What do you want to do there? You want to do customer card. Customer card. Customer's card. That is the new column name. So these are the conditions. If what? Column name. Which column do you want to do? I click on the drop down. I said it can be total children. You know, I told you it can be total children. If you pick total children, for example, if total children equals to what? Equals to 2. The output should be what? 2 bottles or 2 shoes. You understand? Assuming you want to give their children school or school bag. It can be school bag. Anything you want, it can be school bag. You understand? Anything that you want to do. So I said annual income. I pick the column of annual income. Equals, if the operator equals, is it equals to this or greater than this? I said annual income is less than 70,000. What should happen? No card. Meaning that if your annual income is less than 70,000, no card. Add column, add clause. Another condition. That's what we call it, conditional column. Another condition. If what to your annual income, you can pick another thing here. You can pick another thing here. You can say total children. You can say total children. You can say educational level. You can say occupation. You can say homeowner. Anything you want, please. So annual income is equals to or less than. I say it is less than. You can do equals to. You can do anything you want. It's less than 90,000. I said you should give them what? Silver card. Else, if I want to add another condition, I will click on what to add clause again. But if I'm true, if this is the last condition I want to add, you don't need to click on add clause. Just come to this else and just type what you want to do. Say gold card. Okay, and click on OK. Click on OK. So you can see now, this is the conditional column. This is conditional column I just created. That is all. So you can change the data type. You know, these are what? These are letters. And at the top here, you're having ABC 1, 2, 3. It means letters and numbers can enter this place. Letters and numbers can enter this place. But if I say I want to do it only letters, I will click on this where I'm mapping ABC 1, 2, 3. I click on it and I'll come to what? Text. Only text. I want only text. So it will change it to only text for me. Aha. So that is how to do that. Now, again, let me show you something on what create column from example. Under add column, you are see here, under add column, there's something here, you see, column from example. Column from example. Are we there? Let's look at this children. I think under this table we have children. Okay, we have total children. We have total children. No, I told you that we can change the name, the column name. You can change it to, how do you change? You double click. When you double click on it, it will become like, it will come like this, and you can type anything you want to type there. Okay, so let's now say we want to look at it under children now, total children. Merely looking at it, you just see 2, 3, 3, 0, 5, 0, 3. So if you are scrolling and this header is not showing, it may be difficult for you to know what does this 2, 3, what does it mean? What does it mean? So I want to add column from example, meaning that I have a particular example that I want to use to add a new column. Are we together? I have a new example. I have an existing example that I want to use to add to do what to reflect, to copy the file in order for me to have a new column. So what will I do? I click on the column that I want to use for that example. I click on that column. I come to column from example. I click on the drop down. So is it from all column? We have two options there. From all column or from selections. From all column or from selection. Meaning that if I click on from selection, it will use the example of the table that I selected, of the column that I selected. I've selected total children column now. I come to my to add column from example, and I'll choose any of these. And I say from selection, I click on from selection. It will load like this. So look at this is a new column now. A new column has come up. A new column has come up. What is it now say? Add column from examples. Enter samples value to create a new column. Now say Control plus Enter to apply. And now come here, type 2. 2. I said, I want to reflect what we have under children. 2 under the children column. No, we only have figures there. I said 2. I put space. I type children. 2 children. What do I do? I click on my enter. So what happens? It has seen that example that I'm citing. It has seen the example that I'm citing because I used from that particular column that I selected. I typed the first column, I only typed 2 children. You see, it has filled the remaining one for me. It has filled the remaining one for me. 2 children, 3 children, 3 children, 0 children, 5 children, on and on like that. That is how we do add column from example. That's how we do add column from example. So I can now say, I can rename it. I can rename this heading. I can rename this heading. So I can say total children, the total children, the other one is written together, total children. I click enter. So total children now. Do you understand how I've done this? So let's now look at still under that column from example. I said we have 2 options there. Now I'm not clicking on any table, on any heading. I don't want to click on any heading. Even if I click on any heading, see the other example. I said column from example. I click on it. I want to use the other one. From all column. From all column. From all column. I click on from all column. It displays this. Meaning that I'm not giving any example. I'm not giving anything. I mean, I'm not using any column to do or to give the example. I just say from all column. From all column. Meaning that if I type anything here, Power Query will look at anything that look like that thing that I'm typing. It will just look like anything. It will look at what resemble that thing that I'm typing, and it will use it as an example. Let me look at it now. Let me see what I can use here. Let me see what I can use. Let me see what I can use. Okay, let's say I want to use this customer's name. Let me say I want to use this customer's name. Mr. John Yang. Let me see what's going to happen. But let me see Mr. John Yang. Okay. Okay. Let me just place it close to it so that I'm able to see what I'm typing. And I said Mr. Mr. So you see, imagine, I only type Mr. alone, and it's already looking for what resemble that Mr. that I'm typing. So it will just look for it. If I'm okay with it, I'll just do this and I'll do my enter. So it will automatically fill that name that I have there. It will automatically fill it for me. Are we saying it now? Do we see it? That is how column from example from selection and column from example from anything that you not select at all. So you look at what resemble it and it will fill it up for you. So you two do it. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll log. So I'll log now. But while I'm away, just try your own. Okay. Thank you. I'll go for this. I'm sorry, Jared, I'm back. I'm back. I need to quickly attend to something very important. All right, so have you tried it? Have you tried it? Did you try it? If you have tried it, say yes. Okay. Kò le o, ẹ má wo pé ẹ má yẹ kí n máa feel guilty o. So anyway, which marry on you know, but you need to practice. When you practice, you get it. There's no big deal about that. Okay, so what I've done is just like example of what we have in Flash Fill in Excel. Example of what we have in Flash Fill in Excel. Flash Fill in Excel. So custom column. This custom column beside column from example is also functional as conditional column. It also function like conditional column, but you know under conditional column, the function is already there. I mean, what you are going to do. At least if this is this, take this. If this is that, take that. But under custom column, there's nothing like that. Let me click on it. There's nothing like that. You'll be the one to write your formula by yourself. Be the one to write your formula by yourself. Be the one to write the formula. So you have seen is equal to here. You can say children times number of children times 2. Anything that you want to do, you be the one to write the formula there. And you have seen the columns available columns. You have seen the available columns. You have seen the available columns. That's what custom columns does. So you just pick one. Just pick one that you have there. Pick the one that you have and want to use there. Let me say annual children, annual income. All right, times what? So let me say times 2. Annual income times 2. Let me now say, okay, let me click on okay. Oh, so can you see now? Can you see what happens? Can you see what I did? What the conditional column, what I give under that custom column is what I said annual income times 2. Let me remove that step. So let me move this thing to where we have the annual income. Annual income. The first annual income is 90,000, followed by 60, followed by 60. I said annual column times 2. So it's giving me what? So now in the result I'm going to have, what am I going to see? Annual income times 2. I'll be having 90, 60, 120, 90, I'll be 180, 120, 120. 180, 120, 120. That will be the result. That will be the result. So let me do it again. Let me take that step again so that you're able to see it. So I remove that step. How did I remove the step? From the side here. I click on this cancel. I remove that step. That step has been removed. Has been removed. I said custom colon. I click on custom colon. I said under custom colon, you be the one to give the formula. So I said what? New income. Let me say new income. Assuming you want to increase your staff salary by 5%. By 5%. I said new income. New income. That's the name of the column, of the new column I want to create. Here you are saying is equal to, and you see all the columns, the available columns by the side. I come to the area where we have annual income. I double click on it. It places it here. And I press times what? Times what? 1.05. 1.05. That's what I want to do. If I'm done, if I'm fine. So I will just come here and click what to OK. So you can see it will give me that new column, multiplying the annual income by 1.05. 1.05. So this is it. That is how to use this custom column. Are we together? Okay. If that is the case, let's look at something else that I can show you. Now, if you notice that in this formula bar, we have formula bars too in Power BI or Power Query as well. We have formula bars, Power Query or Power BI. In this Power Query, another Power Query. This is the formula bar. Formula bar is where we have is equal to all these things that look at what I just done now. You see at the end of this formula, you see what annual income times 1.05. Hope you can see it. Let me highlight it. Let me highlight it. This is it. This is the formula bar. For this new column I just created, you see annual income times 1.05. Annual income times 1.05. That's what I did. So this is what we call the formula bar. In the formula bar, we have these formulas that are used to do or to write this new column. And it is called, these formulas that you see here is what we call what? M code. It is called what? So M code. It is called M code. M code. M code. That is it. That is the name of that word. So the formula that you are seeing there. And you call it M code. Now, let's say, for example, you have millions of rows that you want to work on. You have millions of rows that you want to work on. And if you load all the millions of rows, it may be very difficult for you to do what? For your system. Meaning that your system will be loading before it finish that loading, before it finish that operation. So you can just, what we can do, you can just extract a little part of that data. You can extract a little part of that data, of the big data, and perform your operations like this. And perform all these operations that you have performed. You have cleaned, to clean that you have used, you have do your cleaning based on a small size of data. You have done your cleaning on a small size of data. So what will now happen is for you to do what? You can now copy all the steps that you have applied on the small data and place it on on the new data. And place it on the on the new data. So by doing that, all the steps that you have taken on the old data, on the small part on the small data, will now reflect on the new data. Hope you are getting what I'm talking about. I said, for example, let's say you have 10,000 rows or 1 million rows. Excel, there's a limit, there's a capacity for Excel. I think the limit of Excel is 16,148. That is the limit of Excel in terms of number, what you can put in it. But if you have CSV, what is the meaning of CSV? CSV file. CSV is what? Comma separated values. Comma separated values. So the CSV can contain up to 10 million rows. 10 million rows. So if you are now loading a 10 million rows into the Power BI, you know, you cannot compare it to the time it's going to take to load something like 16,000. That's what I'm talking about. Let's now say out of the 10 million rows, we now extract just 1,000 rows from that 10 million rows. We now work on that 1,000 rows, and later you now upload the whole that 10,000 rows and 10 million rows. All the steps that you took on the 1,000 rows, you want to use it to do what? You want to apply it on the 10 million rows. So that's what I'm talking about. So what we need to do in that regard is to now do what? Take, for example, let's say what we want to use is what is this total sales table. This total sales table. I will now come to this total sales table. Now I've been formatting this total sales table. I've been formatting it. I've formatted it before. I've formatted this total sales table before. I'll just come to this table. I will right click. When I right click, I'll come to Advanced Editor. I'll come to Advanced Editor. I click on what? Advanced Editor. It's going to show all the steps that I've taken on this total sales table. All the steps that I've taken on the total sales table, I will just copy it. I will copy it this way. Right click and do what? And copy. I will copy it. Let's now say I now brought in another table. Let's say I brought in another table. Let's say this territory key, for example, but I'm not going to use territory key. No, it does not have the same information. You know, before you can do that thing that I've showed you now, it means that they all have the same properties. You know, I've extracted a little part of the sales table information where I've now applied those steps that I just copied. I'll now come back to what? To that main table. That new table that I just do now. Let's say I do this says 2015 is where I want to apply it. I will right click on it, come to Advanced Editor. It will display this for me, and I will just paste. I will paste down the information that I copy. I'll paste it on it. I'll paste it here in this box, and I'll click on what? Done. By that, it will, all the steps that I took on the small data, it will apply it on the big data. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So that is how to use more data to do what? To work on big data. So having said that, let's go back to our Power BI. Power BI. We are back on Power BI now. It said, look at it. Power BI, I've been able to detect that I've performed a new operation in Power Query. So it's now saying there are pending changes in your query that haven't been applied. If I want to discard, I will say discard. If I want to apply, I click on Apply Changes. I click on Apply Changes. So it will load. It will load for me. It will load it. It's only on customer that have done something. That's why it's loading only customers for me. That's why it's loading only customers table. So it will load. Yes, it has finished loading. Now we are back on this Power BI. I'm back on Power BI. Now I want to show you something here. Now we are back on Power BI. We have talked about report view. We are still coming back to report view anyway. So we have talked about this table view. I'm just going to talk about these three icons here. Forget about DAX for now and TDML for now. So we are going to be talking about report view, table view, and model view. Now on model view now, we are on model view. I click on model view. Model view. Now on model view, what did I want to do on model? When I click on model, let me collapse all this. We collapse this. On model view now, what do I want to achieve under model view? Immediately I click on model view. What do you see there? You see some of the tables, all the tables that we have brought into our Power BI is what you are going to see there. You can see the calendar view, calendar table. You can see the return table. You can see territory table. you see other tables, the other tables that are still beside it, all the tables are going to appear here. So what you need to do is to what? Bring all the tables together. So you can see all the tables. Bring all the tables together by putting your cursor on the table and drag it. So drag it. So I want to put all my tables together so that I'm able to see them at once. I'm dragging all the tables. Just place your cursor on it and drag. There's nothing more than that. Just place your cursor on it and drag it. Place your cursor on it and move it to where others are and drag them so I can see. So I can see them at a glance. So I can see all of them at a glance. This word population, I will delete it because I don't need it here. I only use it to do example of how to bring in data from the internet. So bring everything. So that I will not be scrolling up and down. Let me rearrange. I can reduce it so that I can see everything I want to see. So I can see all the tables. I'm reducing the table size so that I can see all of them at once. Let me reduce this one. So let me reduce it this way too. So I reduce it, I bring it here, bring it close. This one, did I need it? No, need it. Let me delete it. Okay, maybe I'll just leave it there, sha, but I don't need it, sha. I don't need it. So let me bring this one too. I think I can see all of them now. Maybe you need to check in back on. I think we need to need delay. So let me just put it somewhere. I don't need it. So I'm able to see. I can see all the tables now. All those ones that I need, I can see them. Yeah, this is it. These are the tables. Now, we call this one model view. Model. We want to do our modeling now. We want to do modeling. What is modeling? Modeling is connecting your table together. When we say modeling is what? Connecting your tables together. How do we connect? That is, we are connecting for the tables to be interacting. If you remember under pivot table in Excel, sorry, just say something. Pivot table in Excel, we connect all the tables by going to report and click on on connection. That was how we connected all the tables in Excel. Now here too, we need to connect all our tables. And in Power BI, we call it modeling. We call it modeling. So how do we connect? If you see, look at some tables has been connected automatically. On this table now, you can see this line. You can just see this line connecting this. You can see this one is connecting. Okay, now let somebody tell me which line is this line, which table and which table is it connecting? This line, I've put my cursor on this line on top here. Which one is it connecting? Which table and which table is it connecting? Which of the tables is it connecting? Let somebody unmute and talk.
Products subcategories.
Yes, thank you. Product subcategory and product table. Thank you. You can see where the line is coming from. It's coming from here, from this product subcategory, and it's coming to this product table. So, and besides, we notice that when this cursor is here, what is it? What is active? Which of the columns is active here? Let me place my cursor there again and look at this product subcategory and tell me the column that is active. What is product that is active there?
Product subcategory key.
Thank you very much. Product subcategory key is the only column that is active. So here too,
Active.
here on product 2, we have it is product subcategory that will be active there too. Let me expand it. You know, I reduce the size of this table, but if I bring it now, let me open it. Let me expand that table.
Okay.
I think I can see everything on it now. Let me now put my cursor on that thing again. Where is that line that is connecting them? Period table is visible in the report view. So select, okay, select to hide. Okay, now, is product subcategory key, the line on them, I want to, it's because I've okay, let me drag it this way. Because I've reduced it, that's why it's changing that position. I want to click on it so that you're able to see. I want to move, I want that line to come here. The line is back. I click on it. Product subcategory here. On this table too, it is what to also product subcategory that will be active. Meaning that this is the line. I think this is the line here. You can see the line now.
Yes.
Product subcategory is active on product subcategory table, and on product table, product subcategory key is one active on that table too. What does that mean? It means that that is the table, that is the column that is connecting the two tables together. Meaning that for you to do a model, you must have something that they have in common. That is exactly what I want to tell you. Two tables will connect if they have something in common. Two tables will connect if they have something in common. Aside that, they will not connect. Aside that, you cannot connect them. Are we together? Now, how do we now, assuming there are some tables that we are not connected automatically like this, how do we connect them? If you place a cursor on any line that you see there, you will see which table is connecting to. You can see that this line that I'm placing my cursor is connecting to where? It's connecting to return and product table. Using what they use to connect? They use product key.
Product key.
Product key to connect. If I expand this table too, you see that we have product key on this table too. It's because I've reduced the size. That's why you are not saying it now. So if I expand it, you see that they have something in common. Now, anyone that doesn't have that did not see anything in common, that not connecting, this one that connected automatically, but there are some that they are not connected automatically. You'll be the one to connect it by yourself. You'll be the one to connect it by yourself. So anyone you see like that, you want to know if they are connected. If you want to know if they are connected, if you place your cursor on the line or the star, you see line, you see star. I will explain this star now, and I will explain what it means. I will explain it. So if you place your cursor on the line or on the star or on that one, you will see where that table is connecting. Which table is that table connecting to? Do you understand? You see where that table is connecting to. Yes. Or on this arrow sign and the filter key, you see where that table is connecting to. Now, I said there are two ways to connect. Before I go to the two ways to connect, you will see that we have star. What is the meaning of star? And we have 1. What is the meaning of 1? There's something we call primary key and foreign key. There's something we call what? Primary key and foreign key. Primary key and foreign key. A very good example that I'm going to use to illustrate this is this. The matric number of students in higher institution or admission number, either higher institution or no higher institution. The admission number is unique to each student. What am I talking about? What I'm saying is that two students cannot have the same matric number. all of that is being equal. Let me use that word though. Yes, all of that is being equal. Because you have seen a case in university whereby two people are having the same matric number. But what will really happen? It means one person is having a fake admission. That is the meaning. One person is having fake admission. It's not possible for two people to be having the same matric number. It's not possible. So if that is the case, it's unique. On the admission list with the Senate, a student will be having just one number. No student can have two matric numbers, just like admission number. In that wise, therefore, we call that primary key. We call that that number that is attached to each student, we call it primary key. But that same matric number that you are talking about, if we go to the department, on the result sheet with the department, we discover that this matric number that we are talking about, that is 1 with the Senate, we see it appearing so many times in the department. Why? Because we have different courses that the student is offering. We have different courses that the student is offering. Meaning that course 1, course 2, course clinical, in that department, you see that matric number appearing more than once, depending on the number of subjects or number of courses that the student is taking. So therefore, with the Senate, it is called primary key. But with the department, that particular key that is called primary key with the Senate is called foreign key with the Senate. Are we together? Now, what am I saying in essence here? What am I saying here? On and off. The solar two has left. Anyway, let's continue. No problem. I will see the recording. It's doing like magic for some people, but there's no magic here. So in some tables, look at this. Let's go back to product tables. Let's go back to let me go and exemplify it. Power BI, Power Query. We are on Power Query now. This product now, let's look at this product. We are on product. I've come back to Power Query. We are on product. I want to explain more on that primary key and foreign key. Primary key and foreign key. Now look at this product key. Look at product key. On this product key, on this product table, you cannot have two numbers the same on this key. Let's open the filter. Let's select all. Let's select 214 and 219. I want to believe that they will only appear once on this table. Look at it, 214 and 219. 214 and 219. You cannot see any other 214 and 219 because this is product table. Each product will have their own number. You cannot see another number, another product with 214 and 219. These are the only products you are going to see with 214 and 219. No, these are different products. Okay. We select 214 and 219 here, right? Okay. Let's now see what's going to happen. Let's now go to our sales table. Here, therefore, 214 and 219, they are what? Primary key on the product table. Let's go to our sales table. Sales. If I even pick 2015 sales, let's go to product key. This is the product key that I selected the other time, Abby. Let's click here. I said 214 and 219, Abby. 214. Let me search for it. 214. 214. You have to, okay, load more. Let me load more. Do you have 214 here? Let me see. Do you have 219? Okay, these people are not sold in 2015. Let me go to the table where we have the full list of our item. That is total sales table. Total sales table. Let's go to product key. This is the product key. Load more. Aha. You can see 214 here now. I unselect 214 and I want to see 219 again. Maybe probably the 219 product is not sold. But number, let me just select only the 214. Let's now see what's going to happen. You can see we have 214, plenty of 214 here. We have plenty of 214 on the sales table. We have plenty of 214 on the sales table. But on the product table, we just have only 214. Meaning that, what does that mean? It means that on the product table, the 214 is primary key, while on the sales table, 214 is what? Foreign key. That is what it means. That is what it means. Hope you understand. So in a simple term, primary key is that key that appears once on a table, while foreign key are those keys that appear more than once on a table. That is what I mean by that 214 and for primary key and foreign key. Okay, so and I'm saying something about this. Let me go back to my Power BI. Come back to Power BI. Any operation that you perform, when you come back here, it will tell you that there are pending items there, pending things there. Okay, now we are back to our model view. We are back to our model view now. Before we go, I said there's something this star and 1. So this star means what to many. Many. I will show you this thing later. Don't worry. When we get to, let me explain. I will explain this very soon. 1 to what? 1 to many, and many to 1. I will show you. Anyhow, so let's see. I said there are 2 ways of assuming there are some relationships that were not detected. Assuming there were some relationships that were not detected by auto detect. So what do we need to do? How do we connect different tables? Now let's look at this customer table. Thank you. Look at this customer table now. You can see that this customer table is not connected to any table. If it is connected, you will have seen a line connecting line on top or below it. But you can see that it's standing alone. Now, where do you need to connect it to? Let's see. Let's see the columns that we have under this customer table. Let's scroll. Customer name, customer clinical name, clinical educational level, email address, gender, status, clinical occupation, total children. Okay, customer name. We have customers' names here, okay? Or we have customer key. Thank you. We have customer keys here too. Customer key, we have customer key, customer name. But now let's look at sales. Let's look at our sales table. Whether we have customer key. Hey, thank you. It's a very good one now. A very good one. So we have customer key on sales table, and we have customer key on the customer's table. But why is it that they did not connect? Why is it that they did not connect? Now, one of the reasons why it's not connect is this. If you look at the customer key on this total sales table, beside it, there's nothing, you only see there's nothing beside it. Are we together? But if you now look at the customer key on the customer's table, you see a summation sign. You see a summation sign beside the customer key on the customer's table. What this simply means is this. It means that the data type on cost of customer key on the customer table is different from the data type on on the total sales table. The data type of customer key on the customer table is different from the data type on the total sales on customer key on total sales table. Let's go and look at it. Let's go and look at it. Where are we going to see it? We go back to our Power Query. Power Query, I come back to Power Query. I say customers table. The customer key, where is the customer key? Look at the customer key here. Here's the customer key on the customer's table. The data type is 123. The data type here is 123. The data type here is 123. Now let's look at total sales table. Total sales table. The customer key. Let's look at the customer key. Look at the customer key. The customer key here is what to ABC or 123. ABC or 123. Now, for it to be able to connect to each other, they must be on the same data type. They must have the same data type. That is when they are going to connect. So is either we change the one on customer table to 123 and also change this one to 123. The one on customer table is what? 123. This is it. 123. Where the one on total sales is what to ABC 123. So, and we call it key. On the one on customer table is in as 123. That is why you see that summation sign. Because it is saying it as 123. So therefore, that is something that can be summed. That we can look for the total. But ordinarily, you and I, we know that we don't need the total of this customer key. I mean, adding the customer key. We call it key. So we don't need it to be on what to 123. So let's change this one to ABC. This 123 we change to, how do we change? Just come to where you have your 123, click on it, and change it to what to text. Click on it, you change it to text. That become ABC now. Go to the one on total sales table. Customer key. I want it to be what to ABC. I don't want to know, let me be specific, ABC. Change it to text. ABC. They are having the same what to data type. Let's go back to our Power Query, our model page. Look at it. That thing that I just done on the customer table and total sales table, it has reflected here. It's telling me there are pending changes in your query that haven't been applied. I click on what? Apply changes. I click on apply changes. It will change it. You will now notice that these are customers table. Let's go and look at if we are going to have that sign there again now. And look at this is the customer key. Discover that that summation sign is no more beside the customer key again. That summation sign is no more beside the customer key again. That summation sign is no more beside the customer key again. So that is how to change the data type. Now that we have been able to change the data type, how do we now connect? What are the two ways to connect? If I refresh, this is a refresh here. If I refresh, it might automatically see a link between them and connect the two. I don't want to do it that way. I want to show you how to connect. How do we connect? Come to the same thing that they have in common. Now they have customer key and customer key in common. Place your cursor on any of the two customer keys. Place your cursor on any of the two customer keys and drag it. Right click or left click on it and drag it. I'm dragging it. Place it on on the other customer key. Let me take it back. How do we connect? I'm showing you how to connect two tables now. We have two ways of connecting. One way is one I'm showing you now. See what they have in common. Place your cursor on one of them and drag it and place it on the other thing that on the other table, which is the customer key, and drop it on it. Place and drop it on it. Once you do that, we see this thing pops up. Once you do that, we see this thing pops up. And once it pops up, you will have seen that you will have highlighted those things, the keys that they have in common. Customer key, customer key. This is table. Which table is this? Total sales table. This is total sales table. And this is what? Customers table. You have seen that it has highlighted customer key here, customer key here. Are we together? It means they're having what? Customer key in common. If that is the case, therefore, and you now come here and click on save. If you click on save, it will have created a relationship between the two. That line that you have not seen connecting, you see that the line will now connect it. You will now connect now. And before I move, the star and one that I'm showing you, that I'm telling you, talking to you about, look at this under here. We have what we call what? Cardinality. We have what we call cardinality here. Cardinality. So you see many to one. You see many to one. What does that mean? It means that what to the relationship here is what to many to one, meaning that on this total sales table, we have many customer keys. We have more than one customer key on the total sales table, because a customer may buy one product and buy another product. His key will still be appearing on each of the products. But on the customer table, his own key will only appear once, irrespective of the number of times that he buys. But on the sales table, the key will appear many times, depending on the number of items that the person bought. So that is why you are saying many to one here. Many from sales table to one on customer's table. That is why you are saying many to one here. It's telling you that the relationship between this table is what? Many to one. And assuming it is the customer table that we have on top, and we have sales table on below, we see one to many. That's what you're going to see. You see one to many. So we click on the drop down, we see other relationship. Many to one, one to one, one to many to many. But let's leave it the way it is. So once you are done like that, just click on save. Click on save. You have seen that it has created. Just click on save. Yes. There's a relationship between the two now. There's a relationship between the two now. Now, you see now, when I place my cursor on it, on this star, on this thing connecting them, what do you see now? The customer key colon under the total sales table and the customer key colon under customer table, they are active. It means this is what is connecting these tables, these two tables. You see, it is beside the total sales table, that's where we have the star. And beside the customer table, that's where we have the one. It means what to many here, one here, many to one. So that's how to connect two tables together by using a drag and drop. And the second way of connecting the two tables together is what? By using what? Manage relationship. On the tab at the top here, under Home tab, we have Manage Relationship. Manage Relationship. If I click on what? Manage Relationship now, I click on Manage Relationship, it's going to display this for me. It's going to display this for me. So how will I connect? How will I connect? So these are the tables that have already been connected. These are the tables that have already been connected. Number one is product subcategory, using product colon, product category key colon to connect to product category. What they use to collect product category key colon is one that these two tables use to connect. And any one that is active, you see the status active, active, active. It means this relationship are active. But if the relationship is not active, you see inactive. And from here, you can edit the relationship or delete the relationship. Or you can switch it to inactive. So let's say we want to connect another tables now. We come to what? New relationship. Or if you don't want to do that, we have auto detect by the side here. You have auto detect by the side here. If you click on auto detect, it will automatically detect any table that they have relationship and does not be connected. It will automatically detect them. So let's say I want to connect using this new relationship. I click on new relationship. It will open this for me, open this table for me. And I click on what? So this drop down from table. You can see we have from table to table. You can see which table do you want to connect from. Let's say you want to connect from calendar. Do you have a relationship from calendar already? Manage relationship. Anything? Do you have calendar here? There's no calendar. Okay, there's no calendar here at all. Okay. There's no calendar here. or even before I even go to, I think I've created something on calendar for us before. You have created different things on where we say month name, start name, clinical name, month or name of month. Okay, let me close it. Let me go back to what I'm talking about. I will soon round up this class because I want to relax for the next class or the general class that I'm having after this by 1:30. So let's see what's going to happen. And this is the calendar table that I'm talking about. Let's see calendar table. I'm back to my Power Query. Under the calendar table, we have I can even view it under the Power BI. So this is calendar where we have only dates. We created this month. We created month name. We created quarter. So what we created here. So now I'm going back to my model. I said manage relationship. Let's see. I said new relationship. Comes out with this. I said calendar. Which table do I want to connect to? So let me say total sales table. Total sales table. What do they have in common? What do they have in common? We have dates here. We have date, month name, quarter. Under the total sales table, we have customer key, order date, order line item, order number, order quantity, product cost. So what do you think that they have in common that we can use to do or to connect them? What do you think they have in common? Mute and talk, please. What do you think they have in common?
Is dates, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Dates. They have dates in common. This is dates and other dates. Forget about order, not here. But we have dates here, we have dates here. They have dates in common. So what do we now do? Just click on what? On the colon. Click on date colon here. Click on date itself. Date. And click on the date on the other one. We have to click on what they have. They are not connecting. We just want to connect them now. So once you have seen what they have in common, click on the date, click on it, and come to the other table and click on it again. Click on date. So what do you now see as the cardinality? One to many. One to many, meaning that on this calendar date, on this calendar, this date column, dates can only appear once. You have one date. You have one date. That's why you're having one to many. But on the sales table, definitely we have 1/3/2016 appearing more than once, because it is not only one customer that bought on 1/3/2016. So that is why you are seeing one to many, meaning that from calendar table, you will see this one date. A date will only appear once. That is one. On the total sales table, one date may appear many times. That is why we call it one to many. So once we have selected what they have in common, come to save. Come to save. Working on it. So we see that now you can see calendar is not here before, but calendar is here now. Here is it. We have connected total sales table and calendar table. That is how to connect. So we still do more connections. We still do more connections when you come to our report page. When you come to report page. So far so good. I will probably want to stop here so that you can ask a question in the next 15 minutes. Let's use the next 15 minutes to ask questions. So, but definitely by God's grace, Saturday and Sunday, we are going to round up this training. I would even like we round it up on Saturday, so that on Sunday we might have one session where we can talk about how to make money. I will invite somebody on Sunday. It's going to be on Zoom too. So after the training, for 30 minutes or thereabouts, we talk to us on how we can also make money in the real world itself.
Sir? How to
Okay.
make money with this data analysis or everything, maybe shares everything
Generally, so I
generally.
will,
Yeah.
I will show. There are still a lot of things I'm going to show us. Even
Fantastic.
after ending this
Yes.
class, that does not mean that we still not communicate. At the
Thank you
conclusion
very
of
much.
this class. So, I will send a video which talked about how we can use, I talk about different platforms. Different platform. I'm talking about Fiverr, LinkedIn. Though most of us we are on this platform, but we might not be able to know how to use them effectively. Talking about LinkedIn, how do we build our profile on LinkedIn? How do we do this on LinkedIn? How do we boost our profile on any of these social media and stuff like that in order for us to be seen? And I'll give one advice. Don't go there now to all this platform and start to go and be looking for jobs, because you need to master these skills first. You understand? You need to master all these skills that we have been talking about. You need to practicalize it and use it first in your own place of work, that you know that, yes, I've to a large extent I'm able to do or to master most of some of these things before you now start to do what to go online. Okay, yes, I'm this, I'm that, before you now start to take jobs. So that when you get some jobs, be able to do what to handle it. Though you might not know all, but at least maybe 50% you're able to do 50%, and you need help, somebody to help you, rather than not practicalize what you have learned and you want to start taking jobs. You understand what I'm talking about? So that someone won't go and fumble. But notwithstanding, we put ourselves through on how to start these processes, and we still have this group active. So we'll be sending a lot of resources to the group that will help us. But the one I'm talking about on Sunday is a real one that on the go we can start. So it's a different business line, it's a different business model. It's not related somehow. I would say somehow not related to this Power BI, but notwithstanding, we can still pick one or two things from there. So that is it. So before we end it, let's take questions. Because next Saturday, I will try as much as possible. Probably, if we can end it on Saturday, it will be fine. But if you cannot end it on Saturday, Sunday, till we just spend like 1 hour to conclude what you have done. And from there, you now invite the person I'm talking about so that you can talk to us about one or two things. Or do you still want us to continue today? Probably I would say we should end it by 12:30 so that I can prepare for the other class. So I need question now. You have question?
Money question.
Okay, oh yeah.
My question is that while I was downloading this Power BI that you sent to us, I saw something like SQL or something. What is SQL and how does it relate to this thing that we are doing? Yeah, let me
Okay. You mean when you are trying to do get data, Abi?
Yes. I saw SQL book and all those stuff like that.
Okay.
But the
Okay,
SQL, because I had Excel and Excel or something that made me up. So I
yeah,
want you to just explain it.
SQL means server query language. SQL, S means server. Q means query. L means language. Server query language. So what SQL simply means is that it's a server. SQL is a server. So when you say server, is a data collection center. For example, let's say multinational companies operating in different countries. There's a particular area in which all the information processed from different countries reside. Now let's call it what? Database. Are we together?
Yeah.
Let's call it that database. So in that scenario, therefore, you as the analyst, all information will go to the database. Are we there? So you as the analyst, you want to extract some information on the database. So it's not easy for you to do what? To extract all the information, because it's a very, very big data, very big server. So what you need to do is to do what? Write some query. You write some query. It is a query that you write that is going to extract the information, the data. Let me call it data, because to you, those things are information on the part of people that are sending down that report. But to you that you want to work on that information, it is data to you. What is information to somebody is data to another person. So for you to extract the data you want from that server, that's what we now call what to SQL. You now write a query to extract those data. So it is when you now extract the data that you now bring it to either Power BI or Excel for analysis. Do you understand? And that is what we mean by SQL Server.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question, sir.
Okay.
As regards to though I came late, so I met you when you were saying something salary structure and all the rest. So I couldn't get it right. So like this relationship we're talking about, this Power BI stuff. There's this how will I put it? A program stuff that they gave somebody my as in, let me say my seniors, let me put it that way, that they did as regard to the salary pay slip. So there's this function they did on it that you get the information, like all these basic salary allowances and all the rest has been put in place. Mine is just whenever I pick a particular staff, once I just get to that information, click OK that I want to generate payslip, it will bring the payslip format for me. But if I want to do any work on that program stuff, it won't change. Nothing will be changed there. So like I'm not trying to let the person to put me through on what they did there. So from this look now, from the way I'm looking at this, it's somehow related to each other. So I'm now thinking, can we do such on Power BI too, like using it as a program stuff for the payslip?
Okay, there's no problem. Yeah, it's possible. What the one, if you look at it very well, you know we have done something very similar to it on Excel.
Excel, yes.
Where we use VLOOKUP.
Yes, but
So
that Excel loan, the way I see the Excel loan will not bring the payslip format. It won't bring it out. But this one just related exactly the way that, maybe I will send you a copy of that. You will see how they design that one. Then at the end of the day, the down, like we are clicking on OK, save here now. By the time you click OK or save, it will now bring the payslip format. It won't bring this Excel side of a thing. It won't bring that one. But that Excel is to extract all the information needed by a particular staff. That's how it is. But at the end of the day, we just bring you the payslip. Every information that you input on that other side will not appear on the payslip.
Nah, let me tell you what happened. It's not a big deal. For example, it's just because of time. Let me open my the Power Query, Excel data that we used then for our VLOOKUP. Okay, let's say we have this information on VLOOKUP. Let me look for that file. Let me launch my Excel. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. Let me do this. Let me do this. So VLOOKUP. Okay, so this is my VLOOKUP. I come to where I have the data. I come to this data. Okay, so let me copy this data. Let me copy this data. Let me move or copy. I said, I'll open this new workbook. I said, create copy. I said, okay. Yes, I've brought the data. I've brought this data into a new workbook now. Are you seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now I create another. Let's say this is your salary, for example. This is salary that you have, and this is salary. Now I want to design that payslip. I now create a new sheet. I add a new sheet. I bring this data here. Let's say this is a page that you will be seeing. Okay. And I said staff name. I said staff name. I want to design. I may not be able to do it finish, but I'm just giving a scenario. Staff name, staff number, staff name. Okay, let me say staff name is at the top. Staff number, basic salary. Let me say basic salary. Basic salary. Basic salary. Okay, I can let it be on a colon. Basic salary, allowances. I will design it in form of payslip. We'll have make your design. You have designed this particular Excel in form of payslip, the way you want the payslip to look like. Let's say I insert shape. I insert a shape. I insert shape in front of everything. So I will have designed this Excel sheet in form of the payslip, the structure I want it to be. Probably inserting a shape, inserting shape. I insert shape. Where's my shapes? Okay, I insert shapes. Like, this is my shapes here. I brought in this shape. I insert shapes here. I fill the color. I don't want any color inside. Color effects, field. I don't want any field, no field. I will have designed my payslip the way I want it to be. What will now happen is, let's say staff number. Staff number. I'm just doing an example. Staff number.
Yes.
Staff number. I'll upload my staff number here. Okay. Now, staff name, basic salary. What information do I have here again? Department. Okay. I have my department here too. Department. What are that in? What headings? We'll have give it the different heading that you want it to be. Okay, let's now say that is what we want to do now. Now, we want to use that VLOOKUP to be computing all the information we want here. So the first thing I need to do is for me to, let's say, I will use data validation for this staff number. I said is equal to what? I go to data. I do data validation. I said list. I do this list here. I click on list. I click on source. You remember we do all this data validation. I click on source. I come to my data. I said this is a staff ID. I click on all the staff ID to be my source. These are my staff ID. I lock it. Control F4. I click enter. I click what? Okay. Okay, staff number. So here I say staff name. I said it's equal to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. I open a bracket. Lookup value. What is lookup value? My lookup value is what? Is this staff number. Inside this staff number. This is where I put my, I click here. I said that my VLOOKUP value. I said it's saying table range, table array. I go back to my data. I said my table array is this. Table array is this. I select this table. I can name this table. Assuming I've named this table, I'll have just called out the name of the table. I say that's my table array. So income, I'll be column index number. Column index number. So what am I looking for? Is it from here?
Okay, B.
B, that is column 2, Abby. I said
Yes.
2. I said 2. What is this saying? Approximate exact match. I close it. I click enter. Not available. Staff name. It's because I now want to do for staff. It's saying not available because there's nothing in this staff number. There's nothing in this staff now. See what's going to happen now. I click on this and I select, let's say staff with staff ST001. See what's going to happen. Okay, it's giving me value here.
But
okay, let's see why. Okay, double colon, double. I think they have double thing here. That's why it's giving me value.
I think it's maybe because we didn't lock the table.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, column index number. Okay, the column index number is not there again. That's, I think it's on column 2. Aha. See that is the reason. Look at it. Look at it. I selected, it said the staff name is what? Stone Wasting. Let me remove this one. Stone Wasting. So I will do the same thing. Let me copy this. Let me copy this. I'll go and look for what I'll just need. I'll copy this formula. I'll copy and paste here. Paste, Control V. So what will I just need to change here? Instead of 2, on which column am I having basic salary? Basic salary is on column, basic salary. 20, let's say is this 2018 salary. 2018 salary. So column what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Column 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I'll just go back there and go and change my column number to 7. Now I'm having 2 there. I'll just come here and just change it to 7. 7. I'll click enter. Basic salary. So why is it giving me not available? Why is it giving me any? What's the
Yes, sir.
wasting?
Did you the table array?
The table array is already there. So VLOOKUP, lookup value. Okay, lookup value. Okay, look value. Of course, lookup value is this. Let me select another one. I want to know because I know I've changed the staff name now. Staff number. The name has changed from Stone Wasting. It has changed to Arun Shaw. I want to see. I want to see why this big salary is not. Why is it not 7? Let me see the column name. Or maybe I should just do that one too, one by one. Or is it on column 7 now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, it's 7. I don't know why it's not giving me this. Okay, no voila. Let me do the zone formula here. I say it's equal to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Lookup value. Lookup value. Okay, I know why. It's because I did not lock. It's changing this. So it's changing this. So lookup value. I pick this particular box again. I pick this particular item here. This here. You know, before. Okay, let me even look at it. Lookup value C5. C5. When I copy this formula and I paste it here. Okay, let me change it to 1. ST001. I think it's the one I had before. So let me see. C5. Let me now copy. Let me now see what's going to show here. Let me copy this formula. This. I paste it here. V. See, you see, it's 5 here. On this first one, is 5 here. It's because I did not lock this place. It has moved to 6.
Okay.
So if I click on this one, basic salary now, you see, look at this 5 now, C5. You see what is going to happen. It has turned to C6. You understand? So the formula will work now. Let's now see. Let me log this C5. Let me log the C5. FN 4. It will work now. Let me now copy this formula. Let me copy this formula and paste it here. We see the basic salary change now. So we see. So I will now change this column number to 7. You can see now. Let me now change this staff number to something else. So to see ST00, you see this name and this basic salary will change. This name and basic salary will change. You can see Arun Shaw and 72,830. So I will do the same thing for allowance. What I will just need to do is go and look for the column where I have allowance. There's no allowance here. But let's just say is what to higher date that we have here. I will go and change that allowance. Assuming we have allowance, it will have an allowance. Let me just say higher date or status.
Bonus allowance.
Okay, bonus as allowance, no problem. So it's on column what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Column 10, Abby. Okay, 10. 10. So let's call it allowance, or we call it bonus. We can change it to bonus. Okay, so I'll just copy the same formula, Same formula, copy it, and I'll paste it here. Control V. But I will now change this one to 10. This 7, I'll change it to 10.
Okay.
Because it's on column 10. So look at it. The bonus has come. So you will have designed this, your payslip, using any format. You have, that paparazzi now, you will have designed it in form of payslip format. So anybody that now comes to you that he needs his payslip, what you just need to ask the person, what's your staff number? You need the staff number, you just come here and just want to open the staff number and just pick the staff number. Everything will change. You just print this thing for the person. And in form of payslip, that is a payslip. That's all. On this page now, you are not seeing the data, but the data is on the other page. But here you can work on anything and just be getting their payslip for them from this page. They will not know that you are working from this data, that you are using it to compute this information here. What they will just come, what's your staff number? Just ask for the staff number, open it here, select it. It will compute everything for you, and you just print it out. That's the payslip. That's all. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So very, 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 very easy to do. Very easy to do. It's past 1:30 already. So any other question before we call it a class? So let me go back to Power BI. Any other question? All right. There's no more question. To be made on Saturday by God's grace. May God protect us till then and beyond then. So, to my Muslim brothers, happy Maulud. Though we have different people, different. There's no Maulud, there's Maulud. But notwithstanding, let's send our prayers to our noble prophet and his entire household and the generality of Muslim and mankind. So we pray for our noble prophet, to Prophet Isa, Jesus Christ. All right. So I wish us well. So have a nice holiday. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.